Welcome back, everyone, to the New York Giants franchise here on Madden NFL 22. We have officially rebooted the New York Giants franchise. And what do I mean by that, guys? Well, I talked about it in the last video, gave you a little bit of an update on what I was planning to do. And here's just a little rundown because there's some things that have changed from what we had in the draft class, from what we had in free agency. And as you know, anytime you do a reboot and anytime you start messing around with things can change. Not every single thing is going to line up exactly how it happened in the last offseason. So I went through, and you guys can see this, I went through and matched up our win-loss record from year number 1. I got all the playoff teams correct. Now, the playoff matchups might have been a little different. That's okay, but the playoff results will remain the same. So we ended up losing to the Saints in the divisional round. Then you've got the conference matchups here. The Cowboys and the Bills will meet up in the Super Bowl. And of course, the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl. So that was a force win. Now, as far as the standings goes, I tried my best. I tried my hardest to make sure that these are all lined up and as close as possible to what happened in year 1 of our save file. Of course, the Vikings will have the number 1 pick. They only won 4 games last season, but some things will be changing with the draft order. So I can promise you that. But, you know, again, I promise you guys I tried my hardest here. I didn't actually have a documented save file to show me exactly, hey, here's who had 6 wins, here's who had 7 wins. I couldn't go back to that and figure out like who had what. So I did my best. I did my best guess, and we'll just run with that. But really, the reason why we're doing the reboot, by the way, guys, is so that we can get the scouting update. And you kind of saw a little bit of a glimpse there with year 1's draft class with Jamari Greenwood, Dalton Jett, Gavin Goddard. You guys know the players by now, but here we are, offseason. We're picking up this reboot inside the offseason of year 1. So we're kind of going back in time a little bit. And the cool thing about this is that since the rosters have been updated, we now have guys like Billy Price that we were targeting, guys like Quincy Wilson that we were targeting. I didn't see those guys in our roster when we started this franchise series for 2021. But now that we're here, we're now have reset this series. We've now got the scouting update in tow, and we've got the mock draft here. And again, because the standings weren't exactly the same and guys will be moving up and down the board anyway, a lot of these things are going to change. Like Clark Russell. Are we going to be able to acquire Clark Russell, the quarterback that we got from Florida, I think in like the 4th round? We're going to be able to nab him. Sarek Martin, kind of getting a little bit of love, but a little regression down there. -2 rank change over the course of the season. Are we going to be able to get him back? I'm going to try my darndest to make sure that I get every single prospect back that we drafted, just so that the immersion isn't totally broken. I don't want to cheese the whole system here. Like, oh, now I know that Marshall Hendricks is really good, or I know that Gavin Goddard is really good. I'm going to go out and go get those guys, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to get in the business of that. I want to take the players that we took in year 1's draft class. I think that just makes the most sense. We hyped the draft class up to a point, and I want it to kind of stay consistent. So that's who I'm targeting here for the private workouts. I want a little bit more information on these guys, right? That's how I would have run it anyway. Paul Andrews getting a +26 change over the course of the season. The guy's a player, man. He was one of the dudes that we took in the 4th round that really wowed me. Like I was floored. I was like, whoa, Paul Andrews. Man, oh man, I know he's a custom prospect, but he slipped a little bit in that year 1. Now, I don't know how it's gonna pan out here in this draft. He could be vaulting up the boards where a team wants to, or the team will see that and they'll take him. All right, so we gotta kind of be careful here a little bit in the draft here for year 1, heading into year 2, and seeing how all of this scouting update changes where players are being taken, and it's gonna be interesting. But free agency wise, this obviously has a lot of changes because teams either perform really badly, want to spend a lot of money, make sure that they get better. And, you know, some teams might need to be thinking about going into a different direction, and just based on their win-loss record totals from last season, totally changed the dynamic and the layout of free agency. So that was never going to match up to what happened in year 1 of the previous part of this series before we rebooted, of course. But we do have some changes in the draft class. Sheldon Dinkelberg is no longer a Oakland Raider, a Las Vegas Raider. Gavin Goddard is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle. He will be a Baltimore Raven now. Dalton Jett, no longer a football team member. He is now an Eagle. So he stays within the NFC East, but he's not playing for Washington anymore. He's now playing for Philadelphia. So a little bit of a switch there. Dennis Winston, our pick is up on the clock now. We are going to go ahead and take Dennis Winston. We knew what we were getting, right? I mean, Dennis Winston was our guy. He was our number one pick of last season's draft, or part of this series. Now, we actually have this pick from the Bears in the Justin Fields trade that happened in real life. Well, we actually have another number one pick, another round one pick number 26 from the Bears. Now, this is interesting because we didn't have this last season. I don't know if Madden just screwed up with the Giants. They didn't give us another extra first round pick. I don't even remember if I traded that. I don't think I traded that. I wouldn't trade a first round pick, guys. I'd make sure that I was keeping those. But from what I remember, I don't think we had this round one pick, this extra one. So I'm kind of battling right now because there's some good talent here with JoJo Carter, a cornerback, really quick cornerback, guys. 4.2. This dude runs a 4.2. Look at the 3-cone drill. I mean, he's got some agility. He could be a nice kick returner, punt returner, nickel corner, maybe a dime in there because we do have some good depth at cornerback. But I'm sitting here thinking like maybe we need to take JoJo Carter. Wide receivers kind of stacked right now, so Marshall Hendricks is not the guy we pick. And you can classify this as cheese maybe, right? Because we could have used the pick on Romeo Reyes here. He would have been our second round draft pick that we would have vaulted him up to number one, or round one pick 26. But again, I thought that was a perfect opportunity to do it. But because of this, Henry Tatum goes off the board. He's going to go to Baltimore. Now, Henry Tatum was a round 3 draft pick. And now we're sitting here in round 3, taken right ahead of us. Henry Tatum was like the gem of our draft class before the reboot. And now I'm looking at like Deacon Neal, Darren Pollard, another defensive tackle. We need to figure that position out. That's the reason I took Henry Tatum in the first place. But you can kind of see the numbers with Pollard and Deacon Neal. They've got pretty similar numbers compared to Henry Tatum. They're not as good as Henry Tatum. I would have liked to have Henry Tatum back, but that just didn't happen. So we take Pollard. And then Sarek Martin gets taken because we took Clark Russell. So I backed out. Full disclosure here. I backed out. I would rather have Sarek Martin than Clark Russell. I really would. But I thought I could get them both. I couldn't. And there's Clark Russell going to the LA Chargers. Now, you guys, seriously, you guys can rip me for it. You can. I'm giving you permission to rip me for it and say that it's cheese. I don't think it's cheese. Like I said in the very beginning, I want to get the players that we drafted back to us any way possible. And if that means that I have to sacrifice Clark Russell to go get Sarek Martin, you're damn sure I'm going to go do it, okay? All right. But now we need to fix the quarterback situation. So we kind of got to replace the Clark Russell draft pick with a quarterback here. So we're looking at Andrew Britt from Michigan. We're also looking at Gavin Hutchinson from Nevada. And we end up taking this player, Andrew Britt. I think this is a nice little addition. He's got some good acceleration and agility. Kind of fits that Clark Russell mold that we had before, right? So, we figured out our quarterback. We drafted an offensive lineman. We drafted a guy, Oliver Bowen, I think his name was a left tackle, as our last draft pick. So we drafted this guy, McInnes, as a right guard at a 62 overall. Now, I'm going to run through this really quickly. And if you guys see yourself in here, awesome. If not, there is a Google Sheet link that you can click on that I have all of your names listed there. Your player names, the position, and who they were drafted by. So I made sure to reset this so that it takes into account the reboot. Like Reno Urensky was drafted by the Buccaneers in the time before the reboot. Now he's a Las Vegas Raider. Gavin Goddard was a Philadelphia Eagle. Now he's a Baltimore Raven. You know what I mean? So I'll have all of that list updated for you guys if you really want to know where your player went, if you didn't see him in here, okay? So this is running through very quickly. What's funny to me is that Marshall Hendricks, a wide receiver, was drafted originally by the Steelers. He goes back here to the Steelers. I find that kind of comical. And, you know, unfortunately for Marshall Hendricks, he just couldn't find a way here to New York. I know he really wants it, but I just couldn't make it make sense. Jamari Greenwood, Roy Welsh. I think those two actually hooked up in the first time we did this. So kind of funny there. Let's see what else we got. We've got Blaze Killings here, Niaz Williams, Aiden Stevko. I saw that. Bucci Chidozie goes to the Browns. He was formerly a Bronco, so that's interesting. We got Gringlis. I think I saw Latham Gringlis in there somewhere. Clark Russell, not a custom player, but there he is, a 69 overall quarterback, man. We missed out. We missed out on Clark Russell, I think. We took Britt from Michigan. He's like a 60. So, you know, maybe we should have stuck with Clark Russell instead of Sarek Martin. I don't know. Dalton Jett, obviously going to the Eagles. Eric Kroom, Forsberg, saw him. Ray Drake, just trying to find some other names here. Aiden Linder goes to the 49ers. Now, I've also got Liad Letterman. I missed two guys. in this draft class, was Liad Letterman and Xavier Hawkins. So I went back and I edited some fake players to become Liad Letterman for the Bears and Xavier Hawkins. So you guys lucked out that I forgot about you because you went back to your original teams. So you guys kind of lucked out. Now, another thing for housekeeping is I didn't notice that we actually had Isaac Yiadom on our team. So, you know, you go to the Lions and you edit him down, take his speed down. You basically Space Jam Isaac Yiadom's ability. And you trade him for a 7th round draft pick. And then now he's here. But as far as the Josie Jewell trade goes, you know, we didn't have Nate Ebner on the team. And, you know, still being on the Broncos, no longer on the Packers, Josie Jewell's on the Broncos in this. I just felt like this was kind of like the trade that we pulled off in the series before the reboot. So we ended up getting Josie Jewell back here, but take a look at the injuries that happened last season. Jewell's out for 31 weeks. Blake Martinez is out for multiple weeks. That sucks, but it is the way that it is what it is. That's the way it's going to be for us, man, to start off year number 2. So all of the housework is done. We've did our best to get the draft class figured out. We figured out how to get Isaac Yiadom back on the team, how to get Josie Jewell back on the team. And, you know, guys, again, you can say it's cheese. You can get mad at me for it. You can unsubscribe. I don't know what you want to do, but I did the best that I could. We're trying to do a reboot and trying to match things up to how it used to be. And, you know, I think we're going to be better off for it in the long run. So let's get the gameplay underway, guys. We got week number 1 against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night primetime. We're going to take over first possession of year 2. Here we go. Daniel Jones had himself a nice season in year 1, taking this team that was supposed to be real bad. It took him to that divisional round in the playoffs against the Saints, ended up losing the game, but, you know, sign of good things to come, hopefully. 3rd down and 2. Saquon Barkley going to get the call here, and just the run blocking. Did we get enough push? Green Bay celebrating, but it looks like they're going to give us the spots, something that we didn't get. We didn't get a good call against the Saints. I remember that. We didn't get a good call, but we did here. But Sarek Martin is going to lose a yard after Zadarius Smith coming on in, gets the tackle for a loss. 2nd down and 11. Here's Jones. Little flip out here to the left. That's Evan Ingram. Big time 1st down. Good catch and run down to the 44-yard line. 1st down and 10, and Jones, little play action, and we've got a wide open square, but we're going to go triangle. And Darius Slayton is not going to make this catch. That was thrown into double coverage, and Danny Jones was last year kind of an anomaly. Is this year going to be different? Is it back to regular Daniel Jones, real-life Daniel Jones? We're going to find out. That was just not a good throw. Very bad pass. Aaron Rodgers, though, at the 7-yard line. Oh, we got pressure! Sacked in the end zone. Azeez Ojulari. Oh, baby. I love that. And so does the bench. 2-0. New York. We'll take that lead. Daniel Jones trying to fire out to the right side again. Another deep bomb, but this is going to be caught this time by a Giant. Go figure that. Go figure that. All right, hey, here's Jones with a deep bomb into the end zone. It's going to be caught by Sterling Shepard. What a catch. You could give a lot of props to the throw, but, man, that's a really nice catch by Sterling Shepard, man. That was in coverage. That was a contested grab, a one-on-one situation, a true one-on-one situation, and he just won the battle. All right, 2nd down and 8. That's going to be a first down here for Green Bay. They're now at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. And here comes Aaron Jones, and he just bowls over Adoree Jackson. Just made him look like a rag doll. Man, oh man. 1st down and 10, and we had some pressure in the backfield, but just could not quite get home. That's going to lead to a 1st down. 3rd down and 6, and yeah, that happens. I take over Logan Ryan, and I totally leave the field wide open. And, you know, let's just blame the intern. Let's blame this guy. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He looks like he's a little scared. Looking like a deer in the headlights. Bright lights at Lambeau might be too much for him. Just saying. Darius Slayton, big catch here, 1st down. 2nd down and 10. Syric Martin checking in the backfield, and we are not going to get anything again. We just have not had any running room against this Green Bay Packers front 7. We just can't get it done. Here is the pass going to the underneath route. That's Sterling Shepard. Probably should have thrown that a little bit earlier to him. Defense is going to have to make a play. We do. In the backfield goes Aaron Jones. Leonard Williams with a nice tackle there. 2nd down and 9. I thought it was a tackle for a loss, but they did end up gaining at least 1 yard here. 2nd and 9. Here's a deep bomb. That's going to be almost caught. Almost caught out there, but the big hit by Bradbury is going to knock the ball loose. 3rd down and 9, and Rodgers with no pressure, he throws it to Randall Cobb, who gets out of bounds, who rolls himself out of bounds. 17-yard line here for the Giants, and all the way from the 5, we're going to fire this out to Sterling Shepard again, who dives for even more yardage. We're now at our own 45-yard line here in the mid part of the 2nd quarter. Here comes Saquon Barkley. Again, just nothing working. Inside, outside, we're trying to get the run game going, guys, and there's just nothing available. Pass completed to Darius Slayton, but not going to get the 1st down. It looked like, I mean, he was open enough, and Billy Price and Jones were looking around like, guys, we got to have that. But 4th down and 2, we are going to be aggressive here. And did you see the safety coming down from the safety spot and just reading the drag route perfectly? I don't know why I threw the ball. I really don't. I could have run for the 1st down with Jones. But we force it, and it's an interception, and now we've got a job to do on defense. We can't let them score. If they're going to get a field goal, fine. If they're going to get a touchdown, I don't like that. I don't like that. 1st down and 10. Rodgers escaping, rolling to the right, firing to the left in the back corner of the end zone. That's going to almost be intercepted. Adoree Jackson, good defense. We live to fight another down here. 2nd down and 10. High snap, but Aaron Jones is going to pick up the 1st down. A big hit. But nonetheless, it is a 1st down and 10 situation. Here comes Randall Cobb on the outside. He's only going to get a couple. 2nd down and 7, and Rodgers flips it out into the back of the end zone, just trying to get rid of it and live to fight another down here. 3rd down and 7. Rodgers, clean pockets, flips it to the right. That's another touchdown for Green Bay, and is now 14-9. So the turnover, the costly turnover here in the 2nd quarter, we got to get it back. We got to get another touchdown here, man. We got to do it. And here's a risky throw, but somehow is caught. Perfect ball placement to Darius Slayton. Good pass by Danny Dimes. Here's a bomb to the left, looking for Galladay. Not going to make the catch. Usually Galladay has won in those battles in this franchise series, so I was looking for it to happen again. But here's Jones just trying to get something out of nothing. He's going to get sacked for 6 yards. Now 3rd down and 16, and then Jones is firing it up. Looking like we got a wide open man. That's Darius Slayton, but it's just going to be out of the reach. And Goldie, what are you doing? 4th and 16 with 10 seconds on the clock. This pass is going to be completed. Oh my God. Oh my God. We complete it. We give ourselves another chance here, at least for a field goal. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get into field goal range, and I know if we didn't make it, at least we would give Green Bay the ball in a very less than optimal position anyway. So why not? Why not go for it? Graham Gano, we gave you a chance, but I didn't give him a good enough chance as we missed it. We missed it to the right. So that 4th and 16 conversion goes to the wayside as we can't convert it for a 3-pointer. So it's not going to be 14-12. It'll be 14-9. Little halftime update for you guys. Take a look at the wide receiver for the Saints. Staten. 7 catches, 109, and a touchdown. That's a custom prospect for you. It's always good to see when those guys actually play well. Minnesota gets a win over Chicago, 28-23. So Jamari Greenwood, the 1st overall draft pick, gets a win in his NFL debut. Start of the third quarter. 2nd down and 7, and Logan Ryan's going to pick this pass off. Really good pressure. Let's take a look at the replay here. Good pressure coming down on the receiver was James Bradbury. Must have heard footsteps, and he dropped the football right into Logan Ryan's hands. So if we can get a score here, that's going to totally change the tide of the game. Here's Sarek Martin. Good blocking up front. Touchdown, Giants. Sarek Martin, his first regular season NFL touchdown. And he's trying to do the Lambeau leap. I love it. Keep doing it, Sarek Martin. We're going to give him the ball here on a toss because he's hot right now. And Martin is going to find himself into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We take the lead by a score now. 3 points we lead by. Nice job by Sarek Martin. Good running. 1st down and 10 at the 44. What a big hit by Romeo Reyes. Romeo, wake up, dude. Wake up. That's your first NFL tackle for a loss, and it was a humongous hit. Gotta love what we're seeing out of Romeo Reyes right now. The pressure, the big hits. Keep doing it, Romeo. Keep doing it. We need more pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Looks like he's trying to get there, but uh-oh. We got missed tackles all over the place for the Giants defense, and we had him on the ropes a little bit, man. They probably would have been kicking a field goal there, but, man, we got to have that conversion. We got to have it. We got to stop him right there. Beck is going to get to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal situation, and we don't plug the middle. Might have just been good run blocking for Green Bay, but either way, it is a touchdown for the Packers. It's now 21-17, 45 seconds to go, and again, just no running room for Saquon and these Giants. We're going to try to check it here with Sarek Martin. He's actually finding more running room today, but not by much. Then Saquon. There we go. That's what we needed right there. Good run. Now up to 11 rushing yards with not even 11 rushing attempts with not even 20 yards. So you can kind of get an idea here about how ineffective the running game has been here today. So we got to figure it out here in the late part of this game. We're in the 4th quarter, 6 minutes now, and again, Saquon just cannot find any room against the teeth of this Packers defense. Now here comes Daniel Jones. Get out of bounds, dude. He does. We're at the 7. So now we're in business. Let's get a touchdown. Here's Saquon. Again, just nothing doing, man. There's nothing there. I could cut to the right. I could cut to the left. There's just nothing going on. Oh, we got some room here. Oh, the shoestring tackle, though. And Saquon's going to go down to the 2-yard line. Here we go. 3rd down and goal. And again, just more penetration in the backfield. And we can't get it done. So now 4th down and goal. You can kick a field goal, make it a 1-point game. But 3 minutes with Aaron Rodgers, you don't want to have that happen. So you got to go for it. Jones with some audibles. What is that? Are you joking me? There's no pressure. Look at this clean pocket. And Jones just completely misses a wide open Darius Slayton. You can't have that. That was for the game, potentially. That was for the lead. So Daniel Jones kind of screws us up a little bit, man. 2nd and 5, 1st down, 1:55 left to go. We still got 2 timeouts. And, guys, Aaron Jones with the 1st down. That should do it, right? Well, 3rd down and 4. We're still in business. Somehow, we're still in business. They can kill as much clock as they want, but they got to get it off here with 59 seconds. And Rodgers firing it to the middle. Pass completed, and it's a touchdown. So we had him on the ropes just a little bit. They would have had to punt if we had a sack, if we had a deflection, something. Just not a touchdown, and we just fired this thing up just to try to make something happen here. I don't even think that's I wouldn't even classify it as a pick. You know, we're trying to force this, trying to make something happen, and it just wasn't a good showing for New York today. And you know, we had some bright spots. Romeo Reyes with the big hits. We had Sarek Martin get his first touchdown. We had some nice passes from Jones and some other ones that were a little sketch. 1 touchdown today, 56% completion percentage, 3 picks, 9.8 average, which is fine, which is all right. It's pretty good. But again, that running game was non-existent. 1.8 average yards per carry for Saquon, and Sarek Martin wasn't necessarily any better. It's just I think he had the hot hand, and we went with him. So he had some trouble finding open space as well. So whatever you want to draw it up as. I thought our defense played well. We had a safety, we had an interception from Logan Ryan. You know, it wasn't like Green Bay just destroyed us on offense either. So we held our own. You know, they scored 28 points, and we just didn't score enough. And that was the name of the game. But we're going to move on to next week. Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence is who we get next. Romeo Reyes gets a little bit of a boost, a little bit of an upgrade, and so does Sarek Martin. So I like to see that. Our youth is getting upgrades. Gotta love it, guys. So that's it for this one, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. Again, you know, with this reboot, you try your best to try to match things up with how it happened previously. I did my best. I hope you guys are cool with that. And now, at least now, we can get past this, and we've got the scouting update in tow, and we can enjoy it and have some fun with it with your custom prospects in year 2's draft and moving forward. So, guys, that's it. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.